In the late 80s, most people were running around getting perms and wearing MC Hammer pants. And one man, Francesco Cirillo, was at university. And at university, he had a tomato-shaped timer, and he began to use that to create time blocks by which he did his work. He created what is known as the Pomodoro timer method. Pomodoro meaning tomato in Italian. The tick timer has a little bit to do with that. It was a really good story to intro with. So let's have a look at how all of this links up and this great little device here. The TickTime is a timer, but it's kind of a timer on steroids. It's one of those inventions that someone comes along and says, I think I could do the egg timer better. Or there's a fundamental issue with using smart speakers to create timers. So we're going to create something that simplifies and kind of slightly revolutionizes that process. They launched on Indiegogo. They raised nearly 500,000 US dollars with the idea. So a lot of you thought, damn, that is a great idea. I'm going to invest in that. It comes in a simple white box, kind of Apple style. TickTime is inside. And with the TickTime comes some basic instructions and a USB cable. Fastest unboxing ever. The device itself is quite small and portable. It comes in a chrome sort of silver finished plastic with numbers all around the outside, which I'll explain, a display on the inside and a couple of buttons. There's a USB charging port, so this is rechargeable. So how does it work and what is it good for? Well, I think there's 2 or 3 really good applications that I've discovered using this for, even in the world where I can just raise my wrist and set, say, timers on my Apple Watch, or I can speak to a smart speaker anywhere in my house or even in the office. Fundamentally, this works in 3 different ways. The first 2 I've mastered, the third I'm not sure about. Around the outside, there are some pre-configured numbers. You've got 3, 5, 10, and then all of a sudden we jump to 30 and then go down to 25 and then to 15. I'm not sure why it doesn't just go around. The idea of these numbers is that you just put the timer down with the number that you want on the top side. So at the moment that's showing 3 on the top side. You can't see so clearly because of the light, but that 3 will flash saying I'm counting down. The display will start counting down, and the little ring of color around the outside will also start counting down with that 3 minutes. Once that's done, you're done. So that's the sort of quick set way that you can do it. The second way you can set time on this is a little bit longer, but provides endless customization. And that is, there's 2 little buttons in here. One is a minute and one is a second button. These also control the volume of the alarm at the end. So if you want to set it for a certain amount of minutes and then seconds, you just hit these buttons. What it's doing there is actually the volume. Now, if the timer is going and you hold it flat, that will control the volume. So that's loud, that's quiet, and you can also go down to mute. And there is a visual indicator that shows you the light going up and down. So the second way of using this is manually, where you can set the minutes and the seconds on this. The same buttons also control the volume. The display also has a battery indicator just to let you know where the battery's at, and it's USB chargeable, so you can just plug it in, charge it up. It seems to last a jolly long time. There is a third way, which apparently is a count up, kind of a counter where you place it face down, it starts counting, and then you can flip it over and see the time on this side. So what's it good for? Well, that's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked. I find that there are 3 things that I have been using this with since I've been testing it, since TickTime sent it to me. The first is in the kitchen. So it seems rather obvious to use it in the kitchen, but most of us have smart speakers in the kitchen now, and so we just say set a timer for X amount of time and off it goes and does it. The problem I have with smart speakers in the kitchen is if you're setting a slightly longer timer, like 10 minutes, and you've got a few things on the go, sometimes you can lose track of where you are, and there's no visual quick check to see where you're at on your timer. So you have to say, how much time is left on my timer? And if in our kitchen, chaos is often all around, and it's quite hard to hear where that timer is at, and I can end up repeating myself how much time was left on that timer, and then you find out, you know, it's 2 minutes or whatever. So very quickly, you know, you want to do an egg, 3 minutes, boom, that side up, it's going to count down from 3 minutes. Or you've got some rice, it's come to the boil, you need to leave that to simmer for 10 minutes. You grab the TickTime, boom, 10 minutes, drop it on the kitchen counter, and it will count down from 10 and then give you an alarm. And as I say, give you that flashing blue. It's even faster than saying set a timer for 10 minutes. You just go 10, I'm done. The other use that I found for the TickTime that I wasn't really expecting, but I kind of discovered when I was showing my kids how to use this, was that it was quite a good time frame creator for my kids. So to say to them, you know, you got 10 minutes to do this and then we'll move on to that. I can put this on the fridge. So quite coolly, there's a magnetic connector at the end of this that you can put on your fridge, and so this will sit on your fridge. Now there's parts of my fridge where obviously there doesn't seem to be enough connectivity, so it slowly slides down. But if I put it anywhere down the door frame where the inset door lever is, it's fantastic, holds on nice and tight. So I can say to them, right, you got 10 minutes to do the dishwasher, put that on, 10 minutes, they can read it, and it gives them almost an engaging, tactile way of visually seeing how much time they've got left, and I don't have to keep saying to them, you know, are you done? You've got 3 minutes left, all of that kind of thing. The third and final way to use this is much more along the lines of the Pomodoro timer method. Now, I'm not a guru at the time of Pomodoro timer method, but from what I understand, you really essentially decide what you're going to do for the day, create a list, and then you break most of that tasks typically into 25-minute chunks. And at the end of 25 minutes, your alarm goes off and you take a break. And then say 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, you come back, you work on the next task, and you set the timer again for 25 minutes. Quick video today because it's a pretty straightforward product, but it is quite cool. Having something that you can physically hold and control and just flip over, and there's enough bells and whistles with the lights there that you can kind of enjoy, you know, some technology with it. It's a little bit like 80s, a bit like MC Hammer Pants and Perms, in that you kind of, it's a physical flashing thing, except it's LEDs, which weren't so cool in the 80s. That's it. If you've got questions, fire away in the comments below. I'll include a link for more information on this. If this was helpful for you, please do like and subscribe. There's some other cool stuff coming up. I'm going to tell you all about my experience with the KZ Zax IEMs in terms of a budget under $50 IEM and how they sound. We've got an amazing product from Aqara, which is a Apple HomeKit camera hub that connects to all sorts of cool smart devices, and I think this is most interesting again because it is HomeKit certified. I've got some Klipsch Dolby Atmos height speakers that I'd like to tell you about. Lots of other stuff. If there's anything you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, stay safe, have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.